Hello and welcome to a video that, isn't long overdue at all. Landen Dupont, we've got 88 overall, right-handed right defenseman, $9 million cap hit because of that 88 overall rating, a 5'11", 183, shooting right. He's got elite edges and tape to tape. Stats that I like just by looking at it are his skating and shooting, hands, perfect, checking, iffy, even though he's 5'11", he's an offensive defenseman. Defense, sublime. I can see some things that need changing. His shot blocking may be a little bit higher, even though he is an offensive defenseman. He does have the speed to, get the shot blocks if he has to. Again, the only way to get him are one of two ways. You can either buy him in the store, which the pack right now is 300,000 coins or 4,000 points. Or you can wait on the market, get him for 150, 170,000 coins. It's not the best idea, mainly because if you don't get Zayne Parekh or Alexander Nikishin, I think it's Nikishin. If you don't get one of those two, and you choose one of the others, like maybe it's a Schafer, a Demidov, maybe you get Snuggerud because you're a Blues fan, and you don't get Nikishin or Parekh, this card will be pretty much, just someone who's sitting in your team if you have the space. Like me, I got 100 million 120 million cap space. I have 20 million over the cap because of certain boosts I have in my defense. Other than that, there's not really much I can do. I would not get this card because I don't have Zayne Parekh or Nikishin, and I don't plan on getting either of them. I do already have Ivan Demidov's card. I got his literally hours after the event came out on day one. Now I'm working towards either Snuggerud or Matthew Schafer. It just depends who I see getting more boosts in the future. Moving on to said man, Ivan Demidov, standing at 6'1", 192, right-handed, or right wing, left-handed, sorry, $8 million cap hit, ankle breaker, tape to tape. In my opinion, they switch these two. In my opinion, I think ankle breaker and tape to tape switch rarities, and this card will be a little better. On top of that, I've seen people talking about this. I really wish with the new cards they release, especially of guys that are as promising as Ivan Demidov is, and Matthew Schafer and Zayne Parekh and all these guys in the next gen week one, give them their dynamic skating style and shot style. I know it's hard to code, but if you just do that, it'll make these cards feel more realistic for the people that are, watching these guys day in, day out. Like I've been watching Demidov day in, day out for the last X amount of years since we drafted him. He was perfect. I actually started watching the KHL because of us drafting this man. And now I'm doing with Zurovsky. Don't get me wrong. Alexander Zurovsky, our second pick we made in that draft, or this most recent 2025 draft, I watched them too, mainly because of those two in the KHL. Stats that I like the most about this card are his skating and shooting. Obviously, his hands are perfect, and I do have the +3 with Slavkovsky and a American-born. The Jack Hughes marquee card gets him a +3 up to 90. So his stats are mid-90s for hands. He's perfect. His face-offs are good as a 79 in case I need to use a boost where he has to hit the middle to keep the boost active. I can put him in the center and not really have to worry. Obviously, he's not going to win every face-off, but he's going to be at least at a low 80s chance of winning him. Stats I can see improving are his checking. His body checking is not 74. He is known for bodying people off the puck, not similar to Slavkovsky, obviously, because Slavkovsky is 6'4". He still should have the ability to knock people off the puck based on his weight and size. But I guess EA thought it's time to give him a card, and I don't really hit with him often. I just shoot the puck and make passes. That's all he's really good for. Moving on, Nikishin / Nishkinen. I think it's Nikishin, just based on how it reads. 87, left-handed left defenseman, 8 mil with truculence and send it. 6'3", 218. I'll say this, I don't like and I don't care for the truculence ability. Send it's good. I don't know why truculence has been has favored as it's been over the years. I honestly think he'd be better off with a stick 'em up or, maybe some sort of poke checking. The thing I like the most about this card is his power, his slap shot power and wrist shot power. 90 and 93 with low 80s accuracy, but still, he's a defenseman that knows how to move the puck. That's basically all you're going to use him for. You're not going to use him to shoot unless you're doing DD one-timers. But then again, most people will have that Landen Dupont with him, and he'll be a plus 11, which means 98, and then Dupont will be 99. So it's a plus 11 on every stat you see here, which then his checking would be maxed out. His defense would be maxed out. His hands would be maxed out. His shooting and skating would all be maxed out. The biggest thing is, I'm going to say this now, I'm not getting this card mainly because I don't know how many Carolina boosts they're going to be on top of how many Russian boosts are going to be available. Based on, last season, which was the current season we're in right now, season 1, I haven't seen much in terms of Carolina. I'm hoping next season they will. As of November 21st, the boosts and combinations are changing. I'm hoping they do a more focused Central and Metro, I think, is what they're going to do next season, because this season was all Pacific and Atlantic. Moving on, Zayne Parekh, depending on where you're from. 87, right-handed, right defenseman, again, 8 mil. Cap, 6 foot, 179. He's got quick pick and wheels. Again, quick pick is definitely a better ability compared to truculence, in my opinion. Wheels is a good fit for him because he's got the speed. 91 endurance, too, is very good. The highlight stats I want to give are his hands and his defense. Obviously, as a defenseman, he needs to have it, but he is an offensive defenseman, so having those hands at base 90, which is crazy for this time, because, like I said, with the Landen Dupont, he goes to 98, and Landen Dupont goes to 99. Similar story to the Nikishin. It's just how it works. For some reason, you can stack boosts on the defensive side. It's a little easier to stack boosts on the defensive side because it's a lot less troubleshooting and combination hunting. Moving on to the big man, Matthew Schafer, a guy I'm going to get. One of two other guys I'm going to get. It's either I get Matthew Schafer for his size at 6'2", 186. Also, he's got wheels and stick him up. Good base stats. Highlighted stats are his shot power and his hands. In my opinion, he's an offensive defenseman, moves the puck, shoots the puck, you get it. The other player I do want to see getting myself would be Jimmy Snuggerud, because he's Blues and he's American. So I can get the Doug Gilmour Heroes card and make Demidov a +7. So from 87 to a +7 on top of that. Moving on to the man himself, Jimmy Snuggerud, I'm probably going to get this man. I don't need defenseman right now. I'm going to focus on defenseman next season. How I like to do it is, this is going back to last year. I do one season forwards, next season defenseman, next season forwards, next season defenseman. Obviously, there's certain cases, like if it's a Canadiens card, both alumni or current, I will get it no matter what. If it's a Leafs player, alumni or current, I will try and get it. That's how it works. And, I'll switch based on which one I'm doing. So Jimmy Snuggerud, 6'1", 193, right-handed right winger, right-handed. He's got spark plug and big tipper. The thing I don't like about this is spark plug, in my opinion, is pretty much useless unless you're a 6'3" and above. And big tipper is also useless unless you're 6'3" and above and a center that just sits in front of the net and waits for shots. The only reason I don't like big tipper is because if you don't have your strategy set correctly, which I'll have a separate video going out about that in the near future, it's going to make this ability, being big tipper, creating chaos in front of the net, taking away goalies' vision, influencing their readiness to find redirect pucks easier with increased accuracy on deflections. It basically is telling me, and telling the player that is using the card, if you get the right time, at the right moment, with the right angle of the stick, and the right angle of the blade, it will go in 70 to 80% of the time, or it'll hit a post, hit a body, and walk out to someone on either side of the net. That's like power play 101. You play a 1-3-1 on the power play mainly if you want to score goals. If you don't, you go overload or shooting or umbrella. Like, it's just based on how you set up your team and how you want to play. But if they just gave Snuggerud something for skating and shooting, I'd probably say this card is one of the best cards in the game. His shooting, perfect, other than, his wrist shot accuracy. The stats I'd like to see improved are his checking. His durability is perfect. His aggression, maybe a little higher. His strength and body checking, a little higher because he's more known for hitting. At least in the minors, he was known for hitting. Shooting, he's got a way better shot than 85 and 87 accuracy. I like his power. Endurance, 92, perfect. 6'1", 193. He's a good, solid winger. Moving on to Vincent Desjardins, I think. It's French, obviously. He plays in the SHL, it looks like, just by the logo. He's 7 mil, right-handed, 86 overall center with 88 faceoffs, elite edges, and pressure plus. Again, I don't like pressure plus. He's 5'10", 164. He's literally only going to be there for speed. That's it. You can't really rely on him in taking a puck in terms of a hit. If he goes into the corner, he will lose the puck. I'm telling you that right now, just based on size and weight, he will lose the puck. It's just guaranteed. That's why you want to put your bigger guys in the wings. And in my opinion, this guy is only there for last resort for boosts. Or, hey, you like the team in the SHL, you like the player, you like his stats, play your way. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just giving you my opinion based on, playing the game since 2008. 4 years before Ultimate Team even came out. And just think, do you really want to rely on someone of this size and height that isn't a proven player when it comes to taking hits in the corner? Like Caulfield's 5'8", 170. I still have him mainly because he could shoot, and when he gets a shot, he's 90% chance of scoring because he's a right-handed shot coming off the goal line, so all he has to do is shoot the puck, and it's either going to rattle in front and go in, or rattle to the other side, either the slot or the other side of the net, which is the back door. I'm going to have Matthews or Eichel waiting on that corner, and 9 times out of 10, it's a goal. Moving on to Tij Iginla, 6'1", 195, shooting left. $7 million cap hit, 86 overall, left-handed center, 79 faceoff, so he's a left-handed left winger. I would not rely on him as a center spot. He's got elite, or ankle breaker, and quick release. Again, his shooting is perfect. Hands, okay. His checking, lights out. Defense needs some work. Skating, perfect. Beckett Sennecke, or Beckett Sennecke, I don't know how to say it. I don't really care. 86 overall, right-handed left winger. This is a card that I want to get mainly because he's going to have so many boosts thanks to how well the Ducks are playing right now. He's got quick release and pressure plus. His skating, perfect. Shooting, perfect. Hands, really good. I did not expect his hands to be that good. Wow. Checking, good. Defense, good. This is my first time seeing these cards, so these are my genuine reactions. Shane Wright, boo, bye-bye, don't care. Not going to give him any space on the channel. I don't like him ever since he stared down the Canadiens GM bench when we didn't draft him first overall in the 2022 draft. Like, cool, we don't need you. We don't need a small winger, a small center that could barely win faceoffs. Like, we need Slavkovsky, who's 6'4", 218, and knows how to use his body weight and doesn't cry when he fucking misses a shot. He doesn't cry when his team loses. He doesn't cry to the ref when he gets a penalty. He does sometimes, but not as much as Shane Wright does. I'm never giving him any footing on the channel. I just don't like him in general. And he always seems to score against us for no reason. And he celebrates like he won the Stanley Cup every time he scores against us, and it pisses me off. I don't know about other Canadiens fans, but it pisses me off. And again, sorry for the tangent. We go on to move on to Simon Nemec, a card that I really enjoy and I really want to get, but it's just too expensive unless I somehow magically pack him. Right-handed, right defenseman, 6'1", 190 with stick 'em up and tape to tape. $6 million cap hit from Slovakia Devils. Basic good shooting stats. Good skating for 6'1". Some pretty good stats. I mean, shooting is the highlight. Checking is my highlight. Defense, very solid. I'm not even going to attempt his name. I do apologize to the fans of the Cougars. But Prince George Cougars, I'm sorry. I don't know how to say his name, and I won't say it because I don't want to butcher it. 85 overall, right-handed right winger, $6 million cap hit. Insane skating and shooting. Hands are solid. Checking and defending, about, average for an 85 overall card. Highlighted stats would be his power and shot and wrist shot, like crazy. He's 96. With any boost, he'll be disgusting. And tape to tape and quick pick are very good abilities for this build. Mackie Samoskevich. God, I hate this man. I used him last year for 7 months. because I lost a bet to one of my friends where we put cards up on each other, like, you have X amount of time to complete this challenge. If you don't complete it, we have to trade cards. We have to use that card for the specified amount of time. And it was like, great. So the challenge was I had to finish a Team of the Week challenge in under 2 hours. I didn't do that, and I had to use Mackie Samoskiewicz's 80 overall base card for like 5-6 weeks. I could not take him out of my team. I paired him, funnily enough, I paired him with Matthew Tkachuk and Sam Bennett, and they just went off. Nobody could stop them. And Samoskiewicz just sat in front of the net, just tipped in shots, because at the time he had whatever the tip is. I can't remember what the name of it is. I want to say quick tip. No. Ankle breaker, no contest. Good stats, good shooting, good hands, good checking, good defense. Solid card. Carson Woodall from the Windsor Spitfire. I actually saw this guy play in person. Never got to meet him, but, solid player. Left-handed left winger. He's got good skating, good shooting, good hands. Mediocre checking and defense. 5'11". He's an offensive defenseman. Stats I like the most are his shooting and his checking. Yaroslav Askarov. Now, this one is different because I used him last year. He was good last year for when he was on the Predators. Then he got traded to the Sharks, and then his stats just started to go down, so I stopped using him. Like, he had a decent card last year. This card, he's not good in game. He's doing pretty well in real life. Moving on to Zach Benson, 84 overall Zach Benson. Good stats, good hands, and shooting are my two stats I'd say are the best. He kind of looks like Rey Mysterio's son for some reason. That's whenever I see him, I think of him. 5'10", 177 with ankle breaker. Grayson Brzezinski. I had this card to complete the next gen challenges to get the Ivan Demidov. 88 skating and 84 shooting are my two highlights for this card. Left-handed left defenseman. Justin Carbonneau, another player that I really enjoyed using last year before he moved over to Sweden. 84 overall, right-handed, pure right winger, $5 million cap hit, 88 skating, 87 shooting are the two I'd highlight the best. 6'1", 200 pounds. Landen Lakovic, I don't know how to say it, but he is 6'4", 203, 84 overall, pure left winger with 87 shooting, 87 skating. Those are my two stats I'd highlight. I did not use this card. I used him immediately to get the Ivan Demidov card. Like, the second I unlocked him from completing the challenges, he was the card that I needed to get rid of him and put him in for the Demidov. And this, I believe, is our last card I'm not even going to attempt that last name. 83 overall, right-handed, right defenseman, $4 million cap hit, 85 hands, or 83 shooting. Okay, yeah, this is a solid card. And we're back up to Landen Dupont. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye-bye.